Welcome to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. I am your host, the romantic, funny man, Shawn Cornelius, and oh boy, do I have a show for you. This kicks off a wonderful week of shows or special shows. Let's put it that way. Special shows. It's a week of special shows that fall under the title "Whatever It Takes" the movie when blood runs cold, and that is the movie that I co-wrote with Omar Moore off of my creation When Blood Runs Cold back in college. And this week is like, these series of shows, I'm going to be bringing on, it's like a family reunion of sorts, because I'm going to be bringing on some of the players from the film, cast and crew members. What's going on, D? Hey, Smoke, how you doing? And tonight, I figured why not start it off with the person that was kind of closest to me throughout the whole project. She started off as my production assistant, my personal assistant. She had so many titles, and I'm sure she'll tell you every last one of them. I'm sure she's going to bring them all up. But it was great having her to work with her. We met such a time ago when she was doing some things, and we're going to get into that. But make sure you tune into these shows that the titles are whatever it takes. The movie When Blood Runs Cold shows, and you'll see them, and I'll have them up because it's going to be a great series of shows with these folks because there were some ups and some downs, but at the end of the day, we got the project done. The movie is available on DVD. The movie's an award-winning movie. It won Best Urban Underground Film at the People's Film Festival of Harlem. So I'm very happy and pleased. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without these people that are coming on the show, especially this young lady that's coming in. She's not only worked with me closely, but now has moved on and done some really great things on her own. And we're going to let her tell you about those. So, first thing first, though, I need you guys to share this page. Everyone that's on here as of right now, I see there's about five, six, seven people popping in. Share this so that we can have some more folks on. So let me not waste any more time. Let me bring her on, and we'll have a great conversation. I'm sure this is going to be fun, guys. Welcome to the show, Chanelle Angelique. Good evening.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm blessed. You got yourself. Oh, I should have put on my silk pajama top. You got yourself all sexy in front of the headboard and everything. Hello, Carla Dickens. So that's an awesome look. You got me looking like kind of bland over here on this side.
Oh no, you always look marvelous.
Oh well, thank you very much. How you doing? How you doing through this whole pandemic thing?
Fortunately, I'm well. Um, I, like a lot of people, have experienced loss and, dealt with a bunch of personal things. But overall, I'm really grateful for where I'm at, what I have, and just the wonder around me. So no complaints.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thank you so much for coming on to do this because, over last year, we got very close. We got to know each other on a business level where, we were fighting tooth and nail at certain times, but the results was, it was a blessing. So I want to thank you publicly, as I've always thank you for your participation and staying on me when I needed it and showing love when I needed it because it was definitely a ride to make that film and you were definitely an intricate part of the film.
Thank you so much. I learned so much from you. And I heard you in the intro saying that we were kind of close. We spoke every day. We talked about everything. Okay. So yeah.
Well,
I learned so much.
I was just trying to downplay it a little bit. I figured you might have something to say because you could hear the intro. So it was no, we yeah. When you're making a feature film and you're working so closely with people, you're going to go through it. But again, at the end of the day, listen, we won an award first time out, for the film, so it was worth every little bit of it, and all of the love, the laughter, the tears, the frustration, and we put together. Omar and I are blessed to have the team that we had. No matter what went down, we got it done, and it was great. So we met a long time ago not trying to age us. I don't even remember what year it was, but it was it was in the 2000. It was around, but we met because your first thing. Tell them where you're from, and then we'll get into that particular part of how we met.
Okay. Well, I am from Brooklyn, New York. And how we met, I have a really good friend, Andrea Luttrell, and she was the host of a show called Future Icons,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
you were a guest on the show.
Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right?
Who knew?
Right, foreshadowing. Um, so, we connected on set. Of course, you said something funny to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's just so charming. Um, And I think it was like a few months after that, um, you called me because you were starting, well, you had your first CD,
Hmm. Hmm.
and you were gonna shoot your video for Aha Moment, which is
Yes, yes.
like really my favorite songs of yours. And
Thank you.
I was like, yeah, I was like, your vibe was great. Great opportunity for both of us, and we've been rocking since then.
Yeah, yeah, because you came on and you did so you did the makeup, and then through other relationships, I did another music video, all these things, and
Yes.
you were the makeup artist on that one. How long have you been doing makeup? When did that start for you?
Ooh. Well, I've been, I guess, I don't want to say playing, but practicing on myself since a very, very young age, like 11, 12 years old. So a lot of it is really self-taught. Professionally, I've been doing makeup since 2008. And that was really when I became a beauty consultant for Mary Kay Cosmetics. And basically, I just was learning how to, apply makeup better and different techniques. And then people started saying, "Oh, can you do my makeup for this? Can you do makeup for that?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, I can make money from this. I guess that's what I'm doing now." So that's really
Right.
how it began.
Right. No, that's cool because I was going to ask, like, because that's like when you go back to being little and young and girly girl stuff and putting makeup on your dolls and getting in mama's makeup or auntie's makeup or your brother's makeup. I don't know who or whatever sort of about, nowadays, But that's where you kind of get your start from when you go back and go, yeah, I was playing with makeup for a long. And so what was it that what made you say, like me being a comic, I remember the day I made that decision. Like I floated around with things, but I remember the day. What outside of the money, because you just said I can make money from it.
Mhm.
But was it really the money or was it something else that you was like, wow, because you could be good at it because.
In the beginning, definitely it was the relationships that was being created. People were asking me to be a part of their most special days, weddings, proms, anniversary parties, music videos, things that would stick with them forever. And I was honored and I felt really appreciated. And, it was just like a big family feeling. That was really my best
Okay.
feeling about it.
All right. So you moved in, you started doing that, you started being professional on doing your makeup stuff and being around the industry, did that make you want to do stuff other things as in films and when did you catch that kind of bug? Because I know you told me like this anniversary, which we'll get into later, was your first project. You wrote it and got it out there. What kind of got you into really wanting to do that side of it?
The crazy thing about film is I didn't really realize until we started shooting whatever it takes how much of like a part of my life film has always been.
Hmm.
From my grandmother, who was so influential over my life. She always had me watching some show, some soap opera, some movie, and I was so intrigued about what was happening behind the scenes. Like, how did they do that? How did they get that to move so fast? Wow, I just always admired those things. So I always wanted to be behind there to know how it happened and possibly make it happen. So when we started working together for whatever it takes, I started to really see firsthand, okay, well, I see how this is going. And if I get this together and I do that, I can actually do this myself.
Hmm.
Um, and then what happened was I took a trip to the Harlem Film House to check out one of their events and watch some movies. I seen this wonderful series by Shauna Solomon, and it really just inspired me like, okay, it's okay for me to tell my stories. People need to hear these things. Me being so inspired by her sharing inspired me to share.
Hmm. Hmm. And we're going to jump to that, but let's go back to the makeup really fast because I want people to know basically because your talents in makeup are wide, broad. You don't just do glamour makeup. Tell them what your experiences of makeup you have because you used to even practice when you wasn't supposed to be practicing on the sit doing makeup on, you know, yeah. So, and I'm not saying me she didn't mess me up, but I'm just saying there's other things that she does besides glamour.
So, glamour is great, wonderful, but I really love special effects. I really love bruising. I did some special effects for whatever it takes. I bruised up some people, gave them some
Hmm.
gashes,
Yeah.
some bloody noses and stuff. In the past, I've also done like a grotesque face, and I've made werewolves and some aging. I really love that part of makeup, and you can really change what somebody looks like. It's exciting.
Yeah, yeah. I see you getting really happy with. So don't let some of
Stop.
your the other stuff come out there. But no, because that's what this is about. When you love doing what you love, it excites you. You really do it well. So you got your glamour makeup. You did because I know you did some stuff for Halloween. You did bruise up a few people in the film, and it's also cool because if you can do it yourself, you don't have to really hire anybody to be on your films to do makeup. Now, did you
Right.
find that when you I hate to keep jumping forward, but when you did anniversary, did you do the makeup for anniversary?
I did the makeup for my lead actors and I think another actor or two. However, if I had it my way, I would not do the makeup for my own films. Um, when I'm in producer and director mode, I really want to focus on that. I think it needs all of my attention, and makeup and anything else takes away from that. But yes, I did do the makeup.
Yeah, no, tell me about it. When being a black director, it has been said that you wear so many hats. You're the producer, the director, the actor, the lawyer, the makeup person, the sound man, the
Props.
cameraman, prop person, and it's so true. So I learned on whatever it takes, like what was my first feature film to take on that all that stuff. Like with the other stuff, I'm like, you know what? I think I'll just be behind the camera and let somebody else do that, do that. It's fun at times, but that's cool. But you got your knowledge through doing all that kind of stuff as well. It's an
Yeah.
educational process. Um, and you do your makeup stuff, and you've been writing before even doing anniversary. So that's not the first time you've written. Tell them about your history of writing.
Mm. So writing, something else I've been doing since a baby. Um, and actually writing is kind of like one of my first passions, one of my deepest passions. I used to be very, very shy as a little girl, very insecure, very introverted. And so I was afraid to speak up for myself and really be heard. So writing was how I got everything out. So it's still just like my refuge when I need to express myself. It's like my go-to.
Yeah, not just getting your feelings and emotions out just to get them out. You write songs or sometimes poetry or I know a lot. I've done my homework on you. I just want you to know. Yeah, yes, okay, cool. So to bringing all of that in the spectrum. Uh, when was the first time you wrote your first song?
Ooh. Um, I'm gonna say sometime in grade school. Because I remember my first poem was
Okay.
in like, well, my first official poem was in like third grade, and it was called "The Crush," and it was like the sweetest thing ever.
Okay.
I was in a contest and all types of stuff. So I'm sure like the songwriting came sometime after there.
Do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy? I know you like to write to get your energies out and get things off your chest and then you off your spirit. Do you like writing, or do you just really kind of do it to do those things to let loose certain energies?
I love to write. Um, yeah, I I love to write. Journaling, short stories. Just sometimes I'm sitting here and I'll just write my thoughts down. I think I definitely know words have power, and a lot of times when you write things down, that's even more power. And I'm big on manifestation, so writing is big for me.
Right, and now and you do so many other things. You do a lot of things, and you're a businesswoman, and you have things that you do because you're artistic and as far as good with your hands, creating arts and crafts types things.
Yeah.
Just always, I got stuff. I can't even sit down on my couch because of some of the things, but they're wonderful things. And if I was on top of my game, I would have brought one. I might have to do that in the break, but you do that. So when did you know that, or did it just naturally that you're artistic because you do arts and craftsy stuff? You have a
Yeah.
business for it. Tell them about
Yes.
that real quick.
Yes. So I have a business, Silky Golden Gifts, and it's where I create gift sets and baskets and I design flasks. And basically that started sometime when I was like in high school, where it actually came from me wanting to gift people that I love with personal heartfelt things. And so I would do that. And then once again, someone liked the gift and they said, "Oh, well, I'll pay you for this if you make this." So it became a business.
So Chanel, you have other skills, artistic skills, and as I was talking about, these little things here that you've done, you did,
Oh.
yeah, you did that, and you did this little thing here. This little piggy went to market,
Mm,
and it's a. If I open it up, it's a picture book, or the cast, and you did that stuff, and you also did this book
yeah.
here.
Oh.
So there's a lot of things that you put together for the film. And so again, like when did you really realize that all of that was within you to be artsy like that, and you're good at it?
Oh, well, thank you. Um, I'm gonna say high school is when I really started to make things for people, and that was just because I wanted it to be heartfelt, and I needed to give something nice on a budget, so I learned how to make creative stuff. Um, I that is so cool that you put up because I actually forgot about some of the stuff that I made. So, oh, this gives me such good feelings. Look at all the whatever it takes
Sure,
memorabilia.
sure you did. Sure you did. You're getting on the actress side of this game. No, that was over a year
Me?
ago. No, but yeah, it's really good stuff. They're memories, memories that I'll hold on to, for forever, and that's cool. So, but that also runs into you doing being in the business. So now this is a business. It's not just fun and artsy for you. So tell them about your business, the name of your business, and what you do.
Right. So, I decided after, people seem to be digging my stuff that I'd create Silky Golden Gifts. And that is where I make baskets and gift sets, a lot of them custom. And for the past 2 years, I've included the Fierce Flask collection, where I design flasks and personalize some things for some people.
Yeah, and some of your work was in the film as well. In
Right.
whatever it takes to move. You did some stuff for some of the waitresses, some young
Yes.
lady in the church, so they have to see the movie to see. That's why I said
Yeah.
she's all over. So now, right now, she's chilling. She's not telling you any of the titles. She's chilling right now. But in the second, because she was warming up before we had our technical difficulties, but she's all over. And that's one of the things I mean, again, I appreciate it because you didn't have to ask you. You were proactive and you really got into doing what you were doing. So, and it did make a difference in some of the scenes. So, again, we talked a little bit about what you do with all this stuff, and but you're doing some community work as well. So I want to get that in this half as well. Coming up on the holiday times, we were talking about the things you're doing for the community. So tell them about some of those things you got going on.
Yes. So usually, every year I like look to donate toys or, items that I can to people in need, just kind of on a low key level. But I decided this year I want to do it big. So I have a goal to donate 100 or more toys to children and 100 or more wellness bags to women living in
Nice.
shelters. And my goal is to get it out to them before Christmas. So I'm so excited about the support that I'm getting, and I'm fully confident that we're gonna bring some smiles to a lot of people this season.
Yeah, that's cool. And see, that's the thing about it. When you can do these things and you give back, because we know what times we're living in, how crazy it is, and blessed that some of us are. It's been a nutty thing, and but outside of COVID, people are still going through some of the regular everyday struggles. We seem to forget because this was placed right at the top, but there's still poverty, there's still hunger, there's still homelessness, there's still all of these things on top of dealing with the health issues that is, and this COVID thing kind of makes it a little difficult. But when you find a way to do, there's always a way to find. And I commend you. I say that I just because we have to still continue to reach out and help folks, regardless, safely, do the best you can to be
Yes.
safe about it. But this stuff doesn't stop just because pandemic came. It doesn't stop. It makes it even worse sometimes on folks. I know we were just talking about it before we came on. You said there was a fire, and a shelter was, you know what I mean, the village, and the
Yeah.
shelter was. So that's double, triple, extra stuff. Here come the holidays. We're dealing with pandemic. Now these people who are in the shelter who didn't have any place to go now again don't have any place. You know what I mean? It makes it hard.
Yeah.
So I really want to say thank you for that, and also for those folks that don't get the thank yous that are out there every day still doing it. Putting their lives on the line and not worrying about and just taking care of trying to take care of other people. Um,
Yeah.
you we can ride into the film now because off of whatever it takes to move you. I remember you saying to me that day on the phone, I want to write something. I want to do something after I had done the short and was playing around with the short film, and you wanted to produce and write your own short film. And I remember the ha ha's and the hee hees, and I remember the who's. I remember all of those. But you, through all
I
of that, you created this wonderful piece called Anniversary that has just your first piece and it's being recognized. I don't know how many short film festivals, but you can tell them that, and it's just rolling. So first of all, the idea, where did it come from? Because I know it's a personal piece.
Yes. Okay. So the idea came from me just understanding that there needs to be a larger conversation around mental wellness and people who struggle with maintaining it, and a conversation about what's offensive and what maybe you shouldn't say. And I was like, well, what can I write to just kind of get the conversation going? So, I'm into love and relationships and stuff like that. So I
Hmm?
went in that angle. I went in that angle and I decided to tell a story about a newlywed couple and how they're relating after the diagnosis of the wife's mental illness.
And yeah, so thank you for asking me to be a part of it because it really is. And I told you, like, I laugh and joke and play around a lot when I want to, but when I'm serious, I'm serious. And when I saw the piece, finally come together from what you told me, and because watching it that day on the set, because I missed the first day of filming, but then watching the second, but then when I finally got it to do the score, and what did I tell you? I'm like, wow, this is good. This is
Yeah.
good. And all jokes aside, because I tell you, if it's not, it won't hurt your feelings. But I'm just an honest dude. But what I really was proud of you because coming from what you said you wanted to do, and then some of the struggles that you came across, that we came across, and you was like, oh yeah, I see now all the other. But you got it done. You got it done. You got it done well. You started putting it in your film festivals, started getting accepted in the film festivals. And then here comes the song stuff about you writing from back in the day. You wrote the song, the main theme to the song called Crazy.
Yes.
That's when I stopped hearing from you. But
No, Sean will get up here and lie to people and talk about I screen my calls now when he's calling all types of foolishness. But mm-mm.
no. It's all good because I say that in again being proud because when I did reach out to you, the song first of all is awesome. It's a really
Thank
nice
you.
song. You have voice and the content of the song. It fits your film, and you got a bunch of streams. I think at that point I called you. It was like was it almost 30,000?
Probably.
Yeah, it was almost thirty
Very
thousand because
close.
that's when people don't when it's 30,000. That's when they stop calling. But you had like 30,000, and now where's it at? No, so where's it at now? As of
It's,
today.
it's over 52,000.
Yeah, yeah. It's an awesome song. And where can they find the song?
Thank you. It can be found on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, um, YouTube, pretty much all of the major streaming sites.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And who else who produced the song with you?
Oh yes, Treviso Milner. We did the song in 3 sessions, and honestly, like it was just getting the song done. It was really a dream come true. Something that I've wanted from a little girl because singing is actually my number one passion. So
Right, right.
shout out
And
to Trav for
shout
helping make
shout to
that
Trav.
happen.
Yeah, because Trav also did some music on the film, some score music as well, and he did a really great job on it. So I'm sure at some point you guys are gonna go check out the song, and you'll just tell her that it's good as well. And you may download it and add on to those downloads and things like that. I did, whatever level. So
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
no, that's awesome. So again, you are now the film is up for 3 awards at
Yeah.
the CITA Awards coming up this week,
Yeah.
and your film is up for Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Short Film. Now they don't know why we're laughing, but here's the reason why. And I'm gonna let her do the talk. See, she's the guest, so I'm gonna make her do it. Chanelle, yeah. So you tell them why you're laughing about this specific situation.
So it's such a beautiful, marvelous situation that you and I, our films, our projects are up against each other in more than one category at this particular award show. So we are actually fierce rivals, okay? And I'm actually like about to hit you with some intimidation, sometime this week, just so you know.
Oh, that's what you're gonna do? You gonna
Yeah.
try to make me feel it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this live. I'm gonna say this in front of everybody. There's no way, and you know how humble I am, but I'm gonna say it this way: if you win, I win.
You know what?
If you win, I win. If I win, you win. Because here's the thing, folks, and I'm gonna explain it.
Yes.
Chanelle, I was a part of her film anniversary, and one of my films, Just Say You Love Me, Chanel did the makeup on. That's in another festival. So it's like when one person wins, we all win on that level. So just like when we won the award for the film, it wasn't just Omar because we wrote the screenplay or whatever. It was the whole team. It was production crew. There's makeup people. It was props people. It was the actors, the actresses, people that lent us their buildings to do the film. And it's such a great thing. And we laugh and tease each other about it because it's just crazy how when the nominations came out, you get excited for yourself, and then the next thing because she even put on Facebook, wow, for the best actor. I know just about everybody that's yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a great thing, especially coming off of the year that we had, and then now the year that we're having. It's really cool to see people that you consider your family doing things,
Yeah.
really making a mark. And again, it's really just all fun and games. Wish you nothing but the best blessings and luck on it, because again, you deserve it. I was there with the tears. You were there with the tears, so we know what it takes to
Listen,
put that stuff
listen.
in.
You're
You
doing a
know,
lot of tears talking. You're
I am,
gonna
aren't I am
listen.
doing it.
I'm a thug, Sean. Stop.
You are not a
Enough.
thug. You are not
Enough.
a thug with that pretty headboard back there and the bun and all that good stuff. There's
You
no
do
way
not know
you're
about
thug.
this thug life.
Listen, man, but on the on the real, again, the Sid Awards are coming up, and also I want to mention Brother Al Bynum, who's watching the show.
Hey, Al.
Uh, yeah, and he just won an award at the Sid Awards, and it's been something great for us to watch people in the family do their thing. So it is incredible. So it's happiness all over, especially coming through what we're coming through now,
Yeah.
where there's a little bit of light, and that anniversary has touched someone
Yeah.
that it's getting recognized. To me, that's a win because the story is so powerful, the conversation is so powerful, and it's boom bam. So, how do you like? Honestly, I know how you feel, but how do you really feel when you really see that what you wrote and you were nervous about in the beginning now is being accepted and people are getting it, and you're on a platform of helping someone, teaching.
That's really what I keep in the forefront, what the mission is. This is for the people that it's for the people that it'll help and console. And moving forward, um, the series that I plan to spin off from Anniversary, um, it feels
I
good.
didn't get that.
Oh,
Could you try again?
This is only it's a single. Or listen, there's one person I'm interviewing. See how they like to slide. You see when you start telling people things about themselves, and now they want to slide somebody else in on the interview. Just one person at a time, please.
she don't know how to act. Let me just put it on
You
silent. Okay.
didn't even call her name. That's
I know.
crazy.
Do you see? Okay.
That's crazy. So, but that's a wonderful thing. That's a wonderful. So, I guess on that's a sign. We're gonna take a short break really quickly and come back with more Chanelle Angelique on After Dark with Shawn Cornelius, where we're gonna put her on the love seat and see what that headboard and the bun. And someone says she says I'm a thug is looking all angelic. See, that's the trick. That's the trick. That's the trick. So we're gonna come back with more and see what she feels about love, romance, relationships, intimacy, all that good stuff. Y'all stay right there. All right, y'all, welcome back to the show. And still hanging out with me is the very talented, multi talented Chanelle Angelique. Hopefully, we can get on through this without any kind of other issues because this is my favorite part of the show. I love learning. Yeah, people can see you putting on. Yeah, you got to get ready like
Yeah.
that. You got to get ready like
Listen,
that.
Glossy Lips is about to get saucy. Okay.
All right, okay, here we go. So let's jump right into it. Let's rock with it. I'm gonna give you this comment first before we go, so your head can be all right. From Wakila,
Oh
Chanel, you are
gosh.
so sweet, humble, and immensely talented. So,
I love Wakila. Thank you
okay,
so
all right, here we go. Love. What is your definition of love, and why is it important to you?
much. Definition of love, I feel like it's a lot of different things, but let me just go with one of the main things. I feel like love is the commitment to having it work out versus just seeing how it plays out. Um, Putting in an effort to understand and collaborate and really build with someone that's, you know, means something to you. It's there. It's love. That's my best way of verbalizing it.
That was a little grimy with that little when you were doing that. That's a little street love. I get you, a little grimy. Thug. Well, you trying to? Don't you don't have to represent the thug right now. Let it go. It's all good.
It just comes out when it's natural. Sorry,
All right,
Sean.
all right. So why is that important to you personally?
Wow. Well, personally, it's important to me because I felt at times my upbringing wasn't very unconditional when it came to love. I felt like, if I did something wrong, I wasn't really loved on the same way. And to really feel like someone's not going to give up on you, someone's going to support you. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to forgive. Like, that's untouchable to me.
All right, let's step on to the next word, the big R, romance. What's your definition of romance, and why is that important to you?
Hmm. Oh, romance. Romance can be, well, first of all, romance, intimacy. I love intimacy. So, romance could be from slow dancing, just you and your partner in a room, just lost in your own world. It can be your partner buying you a foot spa because they know you got bunions. Um, on your way home, picking up your partner's favorite snack because, hey, they like to munch like that. It can look so many different ways.
All right, I don't know who that Bunyan comment was for, but you're trying to send subliminal messages. But I ain't, I got you. But that could be romantic. And why is that important to you? Why is romance so important to you?
Romance is important to me because it's something that I'm going to say I reserve that just for my partner. That romance that we share, it's just our thing. It's for us. And it keeps things going. Love is great and love is wonderful, but I feel like romance is what keeps the momentum. It keeps the sparks and all that good stuff.
All right, so on the level of 1 to 10, but some people have gone way beyond with themselves. Where would you put your romantic level at? Where would you place yourself? How romantic?
I'm a solid 9.
Okay. Could you give us an example of what would make you a nine?
Okay, well, I listen. Um, I'm very thoughtful. So you might not know that I'm listening, but the next thing you know, I'll pop up with something that you said you always wanted because I like to get to what you really want. I want to be that person to bring your dreams out, make your dreams come true. So I like to
Yeah.
surprise people with loving, thoughtful gifts.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. It works. All right, so let's get a little deeper into certain who you are, how you feel. Give me three things that turn you on about a man. Three things that turn you on about men.
Um, um, no, there's a lot of things. I was trying to narrow them down. Sorry. Okay.
Listen, I just I just need three, so it's all
So a genuine listener, someone
okay.
that's really listening to you, um, being there, that type of I can go to you support. That's that's marvelous. And I want to say honesty and respect, like that. Those are big turn-ons. I
Yeah,
don't
you
understand.
can. I mean,
Yeah.
it's your interview. You can throw an extra one. You do
Thank
what you do.
you.
That's fine. All right, cool. All right. So let's go to the other side of the fence. What
Okay.
are turn offs? Three major turn offs for you.
Lying. Um. Now, not so much lying, but someone can send you mixed signals, and they're thinking that they're clear with it and all that, but they're just so mixed signals. And I guess someone who isn't aware of themselves, someone who doesn't know how to hold themselves accountable and really look into who they are and make adjustments if need be.
Okay. All right. It's not too bad. All right, cool. All right. So let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening and see if you Obviously, you've been involved. What are some three key ingredients? Give me three. I like three. The number three is good to me. Three key ingredients of a successful that you need to have a successful relationship. They got to be different from what you told me about love and romance and likes. The three different ones.
Okay. So, did I mention? Because this is really, really important. You can communicate all day, but you have to understand each other. Like
Yeah, I don't think
the,
you mentioned on anything on that level.
oh,
So,
okay,
so
great.
you're saying communication or understanding?
Understanding,
Okay, understanding.
understanding.
Okay, that's one.
Yes.
Okay,
You have to be able to meet up somewhere and understand what you're saying to each other. The willingness to make it work. Um, I don't want to say, oh, in this generation, but I think today there's a lot of cancel culture and a lot of, well, if you mess up, that's it.
yeah,
A lot of,
yeah.
well, look at your toe, I'm cutting you off. So you have to
Hmm.
be willing, first of all, to understand that you are a person that is not perfect. You're going to make mistakes. Allow yourself grace, allow other people grace. And yeah, just be, I don't want to say be forgiving, but yeah.
Why? Being forgiven is cool. Yeah, I think you got to have that. You got to be able to forgive in a situation because there are going to be a lot of things that would possibly come up where you have to kind of like, all right, I'll forgive you for that, but I ain't gonna forget that scenario. Yeah, I give you that one F. I'll forgive you, not the other F.
Yeah, Sean.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Listen, I got to drop it. I got to drop some too. But yeah. So in your times of having dealings in relationships and things, and you mentioned something important. Today is a different mentality in the generation. It's not a fault based. It can't really fault them
Mhm.
because who's teaching them? The generation before. So it ain't their fault. It's not all their fault. You can give them some responsibility. Um, so coming up the way you came up and seeing what's happening now, I mean, I see a lot of with the gentlemen and the ladies. It's just ooh, ugh, you know. How do you?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna jump off the love stuff. How do you think we fix that? Because I mean, I know you have to interview because you have a child, right? Well, not a
Yes.
child. She's grown.
She's a grown person.
Yeah. So how did you combat them, especially because when we were coming up, we did our own thing to a certain extent, but I think it's so much harder on them because of uh, the technology and all that stuff. How did you deal with
Yeah.
that? And you raising a lady
Hmm.
in this generation.
So like trying to encourage her not to just cut people off just like that. Like as soon as they say something that doesn't quite go with what she's thinking. Um, I have to constantly, not constantly, but there was a point where I had to even stop myself because I just kind of got into this mindset of, okay, that person isn't making me feel good. We don't need to speak ever again, even if I miss them, even if it's beneficial to me. We don't need to talk because I don't need that in my life. And it really just comes down to understanding that things are way bigger than you. And what you do affects so many people. And by cutting this person off, you don't know what type of opportunity you're cutting off for yourself. You don't know what type of support they can lend, or even through them, someone they may know that knows that person can be one of your biggest helpers. So you have to be more open minded and more graceful when it comes to people.
Right, right. So in a perfect world, which we know this is not, what's the perfect date for Chanel Angelique? What would be the perfect date? You can get a little into detail, but not much. But because again, I know you,
I'd
and
never share too much.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I'm asking this question because I know you don't. What's your perfect date?
Okay, well, I'm going to say it more than likely involves slow dancing. I love the heart to heart um closeness and holding each other. That's always marvelous. Um, I like candles or, a fireplace because I love fire. And
I did hear that about you. I heard that about you.
fire.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
really the setting doesn't really matter as long as we're both enjoying each other and really into each other. No outside distractions, the phones or whoever, wherever. Just time for each other, all about each other.
Okay, so what would be your Chanel's if you haven't had it possibly within a relationship, how would your perfect relationship turn out from start to finish in like 30 seconds or so? What would be the beginning, middle, and the end of it? Listen, don't be frowning up and
You
switching
know
your
I'm gonna
face.
make faces.
Man, I know. You forget. Don't forget you on TV or some kind of TV screen, and I'm just there. Do the faces now and close up. Yeah. So what would be? Yeah, just give me your. Give me that.
Okay. So perfect relationship. Um
Look at what. Look, I'm laughing because crazy question. It's not a crazy question. It's on the love seat question.
okay.
Jeez.
Well, I'm gonna give it a go. Um we'd meet, um, we'd vibe and get to know each other and decide that we're we're it for each other, and then he would whisk me away into a castle and we'd get married and I'd go off the grid and I'd still somehow watch all of your movies and stuff. But yeah, that would be
Okay,
it.
thank you. I appreciate. Yeah, my movies would still be in there somewhere.
Yeah, I'll bring a DVD player. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you. That's cool. At least was I know one of my at least my films and stuff. So why is everybody saying that? Look at
What
this.
are they saying?
Now he want to say
This is a
something.
crazy question.
Why is that a crazy question? That's a love question. That's a romantic question. You people want to act up tonight. I don't know what's going on with, and that the way you explained it was perfect. That's what I meant. Like it's
Okay.
a fantasy of who said that question can't. Oh my God. Well, look. Yes it can.
I
Yeah, she
appreciate the
just
support, Tony.
she just did it, Tony. You can't answer it in 30 seconds. You got too much stuff with you.
I can't.
Anyway, listen, Tony came on the show and answered questions like that, but she was you set this all up. I didn't. Okay, anyway. Of course I set it up. I'm the host. What the hell is wrong with these folks? What am I? Well, listen, I'm going. I'm getting off the love stuff for a second. But what am I supposed to do when I have someone on the show who's romantic and who's loving, who's intimate, and all that good stuff? I'm not supposed to just ask peanut butter and jelly questions. I got to throw some steak in there sometime. Y'all got to get y'all lives together. I think something's going on with you. Don't get me started. Back to you, Chanel.
Oh my god.
That was a very good answer. That was
Thank you.
that's what I was. Yeah, it wasn't that difficult. Because look, we all have fantasies. We all. If you're watching this, you're grown. You might have that answer. You might wish you might have been in a relationship where you wish because of the way it turned out. You say, you know what? If this were this, I would love for this to be. We've all said that. I wish I
Yeah.
could meet my soulmate. So I ain't taking no time to mess with these folks no more.
Stop it.
Any yeah, now you try to be nice to me, but you the jelly don't know about it. Anyway, that's a great answer. Yeah, because it's important. I think what I think we're missing out is a lot more love. Everybody goes through their struggles and their pains and their whatever. And we've had our bad relationships, and we've had some decent ones. People might be in one now that is okay, but everybody's, it's what you're dealing with or how you decide to deal. Um, let me do this because I honestly lost a few minutes off of when the technology went crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, I still want to make sure that we get some meat in here. What advice would you give women today? Because there are a lot of women. There's men too, but since you're a sister and everybody's loving what you're saying, what advice would you give the women that are having a rough time with relationships or still walking around saying there are no good men?
Well, the first thing I would say is the mindset of there are no good men or whatever, whoever your partner is yeah, with that type of thinking, you're not gonna find anybody good. Um, your mind is the first part of getting anything going, and what you think about, you bring about. So, you have to first believe that they're out there, then believe that you're worthy of a good partner. Because a lot of times, if you don't think that there are good partners out there, when you meet somebody who is good, you can't really recognize it. And then when you're like, oh, he's good, well, do I deserve it? And it's a whole
Right,
situation.
right, right. No, it's good. That's good. Now, what advice would you give men out there about doing right, so right, or doing something? Because we all get we get kind of frustrated as well with the opposite sex, and so what kind of advice would you give them? Period.
Well, I believe that there's lots of good men, lots of good women out there. So to those men, I understand that they can be a bit discouraged at times by some of the pressure that's on them by society, what they should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing, what a good man looks like, and all that. But stay true to yourself. And me personally, be open and honest and consistent. And you'll attract you'll attract
Um,
the person for you.
I think you need your own talk show. You know, some of these
Not
answers in that. I'm watching you and I'm sitting there looking at that background, and I'm like, she should do her own talk show back there and have some kind of, some candles burning and all that extra stuff going on, and
oh,
maybe a little bird or butterfly will fly through the screen every now and then.
I
And
like that.
listen, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it for you. Seeing it
Vision.
for you. I'm
Vision.
seeing it for you. Let's see. Uh, Negative mindsets can bring negative results. Yes. You have another compliment coming up on the screen.
Is
This
that
young
my girl
lady,
Teresa?
yes, this young lady was also in the film as well, did an excellent job for us. People are popping in. Yeah, so, let's see. Unfortunately, you can actually manifest exactly what you don't want by staying fixated on it.
Precisely.
That is true. That is true. I appreciate all these comments. Some of y'all need to come sit in front of your cameras and stop being stalkers. Uh, She is well, love the light. She is well lit. Now look at the technical coming now. Love the
Oh,
lighting.
thank you.
Anyway, so we go with this has been cool. I want to put this one up too because I said I put you in the hot seat, the love seat, but Denise says you put her in
Oh,
the flame, not the hot seat.
thank you, Denise.
This is awesome. What's up, Kevin Pryor? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Kevin Pryor was significant in helping me get the film and the trailer in some places that were very, very big. So I want to thank him and applaud him for reaching out to help. He actually was the gentleman that helped us get it in the Magic Johnson Theater to get the trailer in the Magic Johnson Theater. So that was awesome. So I appreciate you, brother, very much. All right. So we lost a little time, but we're going to still go now. We're going to make up for it just a little bit. And we're going to do this game that I like to play at the end of the show with all of the guests
Mhm.
called Favorite Seven.
Okay.
I'm just going to shout out seven things, and then you're just going to give me your favorite. Don't have to deep think it, because if it's your favorite, it should come right off the top. So, but
If you
being
say
the
so.
guest, you can kind of give me a one and a A or 1A, because some people have done that well.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Favorite food.
Okay. So if I had to pick one dish, it would be authentic Southern baked macaroni and cheese.
Okay. All right. Favorite movie. all time.
One of them, top, is Which Way Is Up with Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor classic. Okay. Favorite song outside of Crazy. Favorite
Um,
song.
okay. I'm gonna go with the theme slash overture to Foxy Brown by Willie Hutch because it's one of my personal theme songs.
All right. See, you just got you got real deep on some of them. Some was like who? Foxy Brown, the rapper. What do you mean? Because some of these are young folks. Yes.
I
Yes.
explained.
Yes, you did, and you did very well. I'm the one that made them feel bad. That's me. I did it. Favorite book you've ever read?
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. That's really hard, but I'm just gonna go with Overcoming Rejection Can Make You Rich by Larry DeAngie. It's a good motivational book for business.
Okay, all right. Favorite vacation spot
Hawaii.
you've been?
Yes, take me
How,
back now.
how many
Okay.
times have you been to Hawaii?
One glorious time. And that's all I needed.
Okay,
I'm going back.
all right, cool. Favorite TV show?
New York Undercover.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Favorite time of the day for love making?
Hmm. Well, what I'll say is lovemaking is good at any time of the day. However, I will say that I enjoy waking my partner with lots of special affection. So, morning.
Okay, all right. And I got a bonus for you. Favorite talk show that you've been on Sunday night, December 13th at 10:30 at night, where the technology caused it to go blank for a second, but it came back and you had a good time. Favorite talk show?
I'm going to say this might be a shock, but hands down,
Hmm.
After Dark with Shawn Cornelius.
I have never heard of that show, but I'm gonna look that up and make sure that I got to put
You
that
need
on the
to look
list.
it up because they killing it over there.
All right, I got to step my game up. Chanelle Angelique, you are now off Shawn Cornelius is the romantic funny man's love seat, and you did an excellent job. This has been a very fun interview. It was good to see you again. Again, I'm loving my whatever it takes family. I'm looking forward to this. Is a great way to kick off these shows. Please tell them where they can find you, follow you, and give a positive message before we close out.
Okay, so on Facebook, I am Chanelle Angelique. On Instagram, you can find me at Silky Golden Glam. That's SILKY GOLDEN GLAM.
All right, and give
And
yes,
my let me
yes.
think.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Once you believe in yourself and understand that your purpose is bigger than you, that's when you're unstoppable.
Wonderful, wonderful. I knew this was going to be some kind of fun, and it turned out to be just that. Again, all jokes aside, I wish you nothing but success. I'm proud of where you've come from within just this past year. You not only did anniversary, but you also have another short film you've done. We didn't tap on that, so tell them the name of that as well, please.
Yes, so I have a film coming out in 2021 called Her She, and it's basically a visual poem, a love letter dedicated to the beauty of women, and I'm really excited about it.
No, we're excited and looking forward to that one. So, as I always say in parting, please go with God in your heart. Have a peace of mind. Have a wonderful, wonderful tomorrow. And please, y'all, be safe. I don't care what you do if you're not trying to be safe for yourselves. Be safe for me. Be safe for Chanel. You might run across us in the street, and I want you wearing your mask because I'm gonna wear mine. Take care of yourself and yours. So this is Lula May and Cornelius's baby boy saying, God bless you. Good night. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see you on the next episode of After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. Love you, Chanel. Thank you so much. Peace out.
Love you too. Thank you.